Hey everyone, I'm Monique. Welcome to Noo Bear. Today we're looking at colour. One of the most frequent questions I get asked is how do we choose our colours? How do we know the colours that we choose are going to work well together in a project? If you've never had to look at colour like this before, it can be a little bit daunting. So today I'm going to share with you two of my secrets in choosing colour. The first is nature. Nature has the most divine colour and colour combinations you'll ever see. Birds, flowers, sunsets, absolutely exquisite. And Mother Nature never gets it wrong. The other tool I use is a colour wheel. So come with me and let's have a look. The colour wheel is a fantastic tool for everyone, but it's especially good for people new to playing with colour because it literally spells everything out for you. You don't have to be mixing paints or dyes to benefit from using a colour wheel. If you are mixing colours and you've forgotten your colour theory from primary school, you can check it out on this side of the wheel. Because I want to cover the whole wheel, I'm going to quickly go over this side and how it works, but it's actually the other side which I think most people will find beneficial when it comes to choosing threads. On the border we have all the primary, secondary and tertiary colours. These colours are in the same order on every wheel, which is rainbow order. The rules we follow to find what colours work well together are exactly the same no matter what kind of wheel you have. Primary colours are colours which can't be made by mixing other colours together. Red, yellow and blue are our primaries. Secondary colours are positioned halfway between our primaries. We get a secondary colour when we mix two primaries together. Let's use red and blue as our two primaries. If we mix these together, our secondary colour is purple or violet. Two primaries of red and yellow gives us a secondary colour of orange, while yellow and blue as our two primary gives us a secondary colour of green. If we mix a primary with a secondary, we get what is known as a tertiary colour. On the wheel, our tertiary colours are found in between the primary and secondary colours. If we mix red, which is a primary, with violet, which is a secondary, we get a tertiary colour of red-violet. Mixing a primary of blue with a secondary of green, we get blue-green as our tertiary colour. If we look at our slider, you can see there are windows with our three primary colours, red, yellow and blue. We also have white and black. If we slide that around, it shows us what we can expect to get from combining two colours. Let's say we add red to blue. It shows us we're going to get purple. If we add white to red, we're going to get a pink. Now this gives you a very broad idea of what to expect. What the colour wheel can't do is tell you the exact colour you're going to get. There's just too many variables. So while we have red on our wheel, what shade of red is it? Is it crimson? Is it burgundy? Maybe it's scarlet. There are many variations of red, just as there are many variations of blue. The two we mix together will determine what kind of a purple we're going to end up with. The wheel also shows us which colours are warm and which are cool. All our warm colours are on the right side of the wheel, so red, violet around to yellow. Warm colours make things pop and stand out, so think energy and passion. Our cool colours are on the left side of the wheel, so violet around to yellow-green. Cool colours are receding, calming colours, so think relaxation and peace. So our colour wheel also provides us with explanations of primary, secondary and tertiary on this side. We also have tint, tone and shade on this side. So a tint is when you add white to your base colour, which lightens it up, making it less intense. A tone is created by adding grey, which is similar to a tint in that it creates a more subtle version of the original colour. And black gives us a shade by darkening the colour, making a deeper, richer colour. The other side of the wheel, we still have our colours in the top window. It also gives an indication of what that colour becomes if we add white to tint it. Maybe we want to change the tone by adding grey, or change the shade by adding black. So that's the absolute basics of mixing colours. Now we come to the part of the wheel which I think is going to be more helpful for people trying to match colours for their threads. The centre circle shows us the relationship of our chosen colour to the other colours on the wheel. Let's start with complementary colours. Now, the fancy names don't really matter, but I'm going to call them by name to help explain what they are and so you can follow what's on the wheel. Contrasting colours are always opposite each other. If we slide our window, let's go to blue. So if we slide our window around to blue, follow the black arrow to the other side, we hit orange. These are known as complementary colours. They sit directly opposite each other on the colour wheel. The theory behind complementary colours isn't that they look good next to each other, it's that they make each other pop. Complementary colours are a high impact, high contrast combination which we find very pleasing to the eye because, well, basically opposites attract. I would recommend making your whole project with complementary colours. I think that would be a very jarring look to your work. I'd probably choose one set of complementary colours. Let's stay with the blue and the orange, and I'd pair it with one or two shades of green. So staying on blue, if we follow the triangle, you can see it shoots off to either side of complementary line, giving us what's known as a split complementary relationship. Split complementary colours are made up of a base colour and the two colours that sit either side of the complementary. So the split complementary for blue is red-orange and yellow-orange. If we go around, let's go around to red. Red is our base colour. Follow the triangle down. Our split complementary for red is yellow-green and blue-green. Split complements allow for a lot of variations. Your work will still pop like it does with the complementary colourway. We just have a few more choices. So this colourway is very striking because each colour works well with the other, but it can also be a little overpowering. It can get very busy and overwhelming if there's no balance. A helpful rule when using split complements is the 60-30-10 rule. The colour you choose to select the splits is used for 60% of the design. The other two colours are accents. So one should take up 30% and the other 10%. Now this isn't a hard and fast rule. It's just a suggestion that can work quite well. Triadic colours are evenly spaced around the wheel, tri meaning 3. None of these colours are the extreme opposites of each other, so they create a harmonious look when we put them together. So if we wanted a triadic colourway using red as our base colour, we follow the triangle down, we have yellow and blue. Put that around, let's go yellow-orange. Triadic relationship for yellow-orange is blue-green and red-violet. Tetradic colours are also evenly spaced on the wheel in either a square formation or a rectangular formation. This gives us 4 well-spaced colours to put together. Again, it's a very bold colourway, so it works best if one colour is dominant. So if we were going with our orange and we wanted a square tetradic colour system, we have green, blue and red-violet. If we wanted to use orange but have a rectangular tetradic colourway, we have green, blue and red. The final one is Analogous. Now you'll find Analogous over here. but you won't find it in the inner circle, and that's because analogous colours sit side by side on the wheel, usually in groups of 3 or 4 with the colours sharing a common colour component. So if we go for yellow, we have yellow, orange, yellow and yellow green as the analogous colourway. Let's have a quick look at some Lisbeth thread. Lisbeth's Marble number 121 uses a rectangular tetradic colourway. So we have, let's get this around to blue. Our tetradic colourway is blue, pink, orange and green. The colours I suggest to match, the ones shown in pink, are colours 626, which is a shell pink, and 654, which is a navy. So they've chosen colours within the variegation. You could also go with orange or green depending on what suits your style. Colour 164, Blue River Glades, is an analogous colourway. We have green, blue-green and blue. Lisbeth suggests 675 Fern Green, 708 Medium Blue and 709 Dark Blue as matching colours. But let's say we wanted to add colours outside of the blue family, but we need them to work with the blue. We can use our colour wheel to explore. We're going to stay on the blue-green as it's the middle colour of the variegated. Red-orange is our complementary. Red and orange are our splits. Red-violet and yellow-orange are our triads. Or we have blue-green, violet, red-orange and yellow if we want a square tetradic colourway. If we want a rectangular one, we're going to go blue-green, red-violet, red-orange and yellow-green. Obviously, shades and tones all come into play when we're matching colours, something the wheel can't do for you. As I said before, there are just way too many variables, but it does take a lot of guesswork out of the base level of matching colours.
So a pretty quick video today, but I hope it helps and makes those future colour making decisions that little bit easier. See you next time.